Well, here we are. Oh, and I forgot to do. Guys, it is what it is. It is what it is, and what it is episode 33 of the Coin Jam podcast. I'm Charlie from Overtime Arcade. I'm joined as always by my partners in crime, my cohort of Kay from Prime Arcade, Liam from Retrobotics, and Chance from the Canadian Arcade. And I'm all discombobulated. I'm late with my episode this weekend. I was working on it, and I was like, "Oh, can I finish filming the last little bit before the podcast starts?" And no, I can't. I didn't have time. It's looking pretty good though. We'll get that out to the public hopefully by Tuesday. We'll see. I got a lot going on, and of course, StreamYard is still. They keep removing features and options. I figured out how to get some kind of overlay going at the beginning, and that'll. I know. That'll be okay. I also, hopefully I don't sound too bad. I forgot to plug in my good podcasting microphone. So I'm using the headset mic that my son used to use with his Xbox. Then I took it away.
Before Xbox died?
Well, I mean, it's going the way of, I think they've used Steam as their competitor now, not Sony or Nintendo.
So sad.
But we don't talk about that, right? Because we're not the console kids or the PC master race. We are the arcade gods.
Speak for yourself.
That's what we focus on.
Liam and I are both, man. I don't know about Kay, but Liam and I are both.
We don't talk about that here, though.
I don't play video games.
Nerd.
He just fixes them.
I don't even do that.
That's how we're doing. But
Kay, you sound really raspy today. Are you okay?
I got a sore throat.
It makes you sound like a 1930s gangster.
I started smoking 6 packs a day. You need a hobby.
I was about to say, you got a bad case of Capone.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Just put it in the trach tube.
Business.
It's good for you.
Wow.
Liam, you got a new background.
Yeah, no,
Right?
StreamYard kicked it out, so I just picked up the latest one from my Halloween decor.
Yeah, looks good with the Star Rider.
Yeah.
What else can we see?
Better angle. There's an open sign. He's open for business, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Sam right now? Is she hanging out with you, or is she in watching this from another room?
I think she's
probably doing something productive.
Office.
Yeah, productive.
Exactly.
Then doing some remodeling and cleanup of our offices. I moved a game into my office, actually. So there's
Which part of going upstairs, correct?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So Liam's got games on his second floor of his house.
Welcome to the club.
Yep.
Yeah. Donkey Kong on every floor.
Yeah, in this case, it's Crystal Castles on every floor.
Ooh, well done.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got to get my Crystal Castles out of the garage and into the basement. But I also got to make room in the basement. But Kay, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Just working while sick, like you do.
Mm-hmm.
The most exciting thing that's happened is my upstairs neighbors moved out, and they are the worst people that has ever existed. So I'm very happy about that news. These are the same neighbors that drove their car over the parking guard and slammed it into the side of the building.
Ooh.
So there's a couple cracks in my walls here from when they did that. There's also a crack in the brick wall outside from that. A couple of weeks ago, they flooded my apartment because when the water was shut off for a couple of hours, they turned the sink on full blast and left. And
Wet Bandit style.
It just overflowed and down into my
calling card.
Yeah.
The Wet Bandits upstairs.
Mom.
The only reason why I even knew that happened because I was out of town when it happened. It dripped down into my apartment, flooded my place, and it actually flooded through the baseboards into my next door neighbor's apartment too.
2 stories down?
No, just 1 story.
Oh, sideways. It went sideways.
It went sideways to my next door neighbors. I don't know my next door neighbors, but they are former students of my ex-wife.
Oh, so you know them now.
She messaged my ex-wife. She's like, I think there's water coming from your ex-husband's apartment into mine.
Oh, so they knew who you were, but you didn't know who they were.
Yeah, they one time while My
Does your lawyer
ex-wife-
know this?
Like, did he take a bath with a toaster or something?
One time when my ex-wife
She's
was
taking
coming to
tabs
the
on you?
apartment to check on my cat, she ran into them and knew them. So
Ah,
my neighbors knew that, who I was by proxy.
fair.
So she actually texted my ex-wife like, I think there's leaking coming from your ex-husband's apartment. And so she was still in town and still has a key. So she came to check, was like, yep, your place is like under 6 inches of water right now.
Sorry, I'm
6
not laughing at
inches.
you. I just got Charlie's toaster joke.
6 inches.
Okay,
It's
that's
dark-
an exaggeration. but
Dark military humor.
Yeah.
it was pretty rough. So
Yeah.
I got to come home to that. The carpet guys that came to suck up the water did a very terrible job of it.
Oh no.
So
they
they had to
suck.
come back for several treatments.
All of the sleeves on all of your shirts were destroyed.
Yeah,
Well-
you could tell. Like, this is all I've got left.
So I'm guessing. So did the guys upstairs? Did they move out or were forced to move out?
They would have been evicted, but they were already in the process of moving out anyway.
Oh, lucky. So they
'Cause-
just don't care. They're in that stage where they're like zero. I got a button here for this, but they don't care. They're out.
Yeah. Well, I tell that story to tell this one. They abandoned a couple of cats and left all their stuff in front of my apartment.
Oh, lovely.
So I have a
Cat.
cat and kitten that are just hanging out in front of my
Aw.
apartment now.
Hmm.
Which I was just playing with them earlier. They're adorable.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm dealing
Cool.
with now.
Chance, has your domicile almost collapsed recently?
No, it has not. We started getting snow actually as of this morning. So
As you
there's-
do in Canada.
What the hell is snow?
Yeah, right.
Like,
The-
you can see what the weather is here. I'm still wearing this.
I
I'm
think
jealous.
I think I've mentioned this before, but where we are, we're not far from the American border, from the Montana border. We're like 3 hours, but it has statistically snowed in every month of the year here in Calgary. So it has snowed in like July. Not in 1 year did it snow like nuclear.
in
winter
Calgary or just Alberta?
snow. Calgary.
Wow.
To my understanding and knowledge, Calgary has at least gotten snow 1 day out of every month of the year. Not in 1 year, because like that would be crazy, climate change and whatnot. But no, so we have gotten snow in some weird months, but usually around Halloween we end up getting snow. I just growing up, I always knew that some Halloweens you wore a winter jacket, some you didn't.
Always growing up in New England, you always wore a winter jacket under your costume. You got to get a costume that's like 2 sizes too big,
Yeah.
so you can put, There
Your
you go.
Darkwing Duck, your DuckTales costumes, they have to be big
Yeah.
enough to fit you in there. Yeah.
When you're a Ninja Turtle, you pretend that your parka is your muscles under your costume.
Exactly.
That's right.
Other than that, there's not many changes here. Like Josh and I are gearing up for a film potentially, and we're just getting off our shows. We got about a month and a half left of the 2 shows we're on. And as soon as we're done all that, mid-January, hopefully, or late November, we'll have some free time again for a little while, so I can work on some of those projects that we talked about that I picked up last.
But So speaking of which, have you done anything arcade related since our last episode? Pick up anything, work on anything, release
Yes.
a video? Nothing?
Not a video, but no pickups, but we did manage to do some rebuilds of some CRTs. So one of Josh's games on location is Miss Pac-Man. That game like totally owns from the coin drop perspective anywhere you put him as Pac-Man. And it's been kind of out of commission for the last little bit. We were fallen foul because when we did the whole Stampede thing this summer, we did a full rebuild on his chassis from like a flyback, from a high voltage perspective. And the chassis just all of a sudden one day, or the flyback, sorry, just like a bullet hole through it when it exploded. It just gone. And so we just figured we fell afoul of one of the cheap Chinese like reproduction flybacks. It just died. So
It blew a hole in the flyback.
blew a hole straight through
Did
the
it take out anything with it?
No, surprisingly.
Okay.
Like we just in case, like we kind of shotgunned the repair. But for the most part, no, like it was good. Like I can't really complain too much. We did like bottle cap and whatnot, just because we had a brand new old
Mhm.
stock bottle cap and some. Oh, sorry, fuses. Did the fuse mod, the fuse holder mod, and everything for it. But his caps
Smart.
were good. He had just done the caps like 5-6 years ago, so they were still fine. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Did a rebuild on that. Did a rebuild on another one of my monitors. I'm in the process potentially of either trading or doing. There's some dark soft stuff potentially happening with some CPS2. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to give it away. Need to follow up with another member of our group here. I got a couple options for that, but anyway, we'll talk about that in a future sitting of the podcast. But anyway, that's it.
Good. I had some wisecrack to make, but then I forgot. So if it comes to me, I'll insult you completely out of context in like 20 minutes or something.
Sure, fair.
Okay. Cool.
Me too. Completely unrelated to that.
Yeah.
It's just a hat rack.
You damn Canadians. What,
Liam.
Wow.
What? I don't even think it was a Canadian joke for
Oh,
once.
the fact that Toronto almost beat the Dodgers, like took you guys to Game 7, like
Almost.
How
means
many
nothing.
American teams did we slay on the way there? I'm not
something you
even
gotta
a baseball
understand
fan.
about these United States of America is if you're not first, you're last.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sorry,
So-
the World Series.
It's true. I mean, the best in the world.
Yeah.
Liam,
I don't see Japan playing in the World Series. Anyway.
their best players play in the Major League
Whatever.
Baseball.
Baseball sucks.
Liam, what's going on in Rush Robotics?
Well, we didn't pick any games up in October. Everything came right at the end of September, but did a lot of work on stuff. The Baby Pac-Man that was picked up in September is now fully working and in the arcade. The Joust 2 that I was on my way back from picking up during the last podcast. The PCB was dead, but I luckily had a working spare, so that game is also in the arcade and running.
Doesn't everybody have a stack of working Joust 2 PCBs?
I have never physically seen one in my life, so
Never seen a Joust 2 game?
not the cabinet, not the PCB, nothing.
I'm gonna tell
Let me
you,
tell you something. You're not missing much.
Joust. No. Joust 2 is unfairly maligned. It is actually a really fun game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I might like it even more than the original Joust. It's actually quite fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
That's a hot take.
It's a hot.
That
take.
is a hot.
Everybody
that's like
likes-
the hottest of the hot takes.
Everybody likes vertically oriented games where the primary axis of play is horizontal.
No, that part, admittedly, terrible. But the variety of the gameplay within Joust 2, the music, the enemies, mechanics, all great. It was hampered by that vertical monitor, but I actually really like the game.
Do you like Spy Hunter 2 more than Spy Hunter 1?
I don't like either Spy Hunter. Both games suck. And last thing is I've been working on the Black Widow restoration. I have an original cabinet, and I picked up a PCB the other day, got that working very quickly. So I have a playable-ish Black Widow sitting in the garage. Just needs a few things before it'll make it into the arcade as well. Oh, and a Lunar Lander cabinet. I forgot about that as well. I picked up another Lunar Lander.
I like how Liam's like, I haven't picked up any games except Joust 2, Black Widow, Lunar Lander.
Well, those are all last month. They're just stuff that I've been working on.
That still
go.
counts. Between the last episode of the Coin Jam podcast and this episode of the Coin Jam podcast, if you have picked up a game, that counts as you
I don't know.
picking
I picked
up
them up before the last episode, but I fixed them in between then and now.
Okay. I'm following. Okay. As stressful as your home environment has been, how have things been? at
stressful.
the
He's been swimming the last couple of days. This has been no.
Yeah, my carpet still don't smell right.
between the cats and the flooding?
Did it smell right before? Is the question. Like, were you down on all fours sniffing your carpet?
There's if I leave for a while, if I'm here for a while, I get used to it. But if I leave and come back, like as soon as I walk in, I'm like, man,
It's called nose blindness.
like,
Yeah.
it don't hit right.
Wow.
But what's cool is I've been wanting to move into a 2-bedroom apartment anyway, and but they say that I can't do that without breaking my lease. Like I can't leave early. But they're saying
A flood and cracked
Are you
walls.
kidding
but they're
me?
saying with the current circumstance, they're willing to make an exception.
Like Deus Ex Machina, man. Like,
I think you mean act of God.
sure.
But there aren't any current 2-bedroom apartments available in this complex, so I got to wait for one to open up. At least not any downstairs ones.
Oh, that's what you want to move from one to another.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just want to
In the
shift to
same-
another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know Texas rental law like very well or at all. I do know the Alberta laws, and I do understand how it works in the government.
I'm sure they apply here.
No, they don't. But like,
similar. Common
that's
law.
outrageous to me that with all that stuff happening, you don't have some way of just breaking the lease.
You can get
like
out.
that's
Well,
predatory.
I'm sure I could, but I'm not trying to break the lease to just get out. I'm trying to break the lease early to get into a different apartment in this complex.
In the same complex.
But why does it have to be in the same complex? Is it like
Because that's what
because
he
I'm
wants.
trying to move from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom.
Okay, I understand that,
He
but
likes where he lives. He just wants a bigger unit.
okay,
But there's no
you're
2
fine
bedrooms available.
Okay, but you're fine with all the other situation that is your landlord and your location and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because
Oh.
that's not their fault. They're not my upstairs neighbors.
Well,
But how about work? How's work going?
Oh yeah, I do have a job, huh? So I did pick up a few things. I did the deal of the century so far.
Whoa.
I had someone contact me, and I went and did a trip to Artesia, New Mexico, which is about
looking that up.
it's about 2.5-hour drive from me one way.
How do we spell that?
I don't know, art and then
Artesia.
Sure, if you want.
How did you know
How
that?
mad I'm about to be by what?
Because that's a word.
Not very, because it's not going to be anything you care about.
Awesome.
It's the deal
Not a
of the
Star
century
Rider
for me
wheel.
because it's essentially free stuff. Yeah, it's a trailer for the Star Rider wheels.
The back panel, just the back panel.
So basically, the guy messaged me and said, "Hey, I've got these machines, and I don't really want any of them except for one. I've got a Guitar Hero that I want to keep, and it doesn't work consistently. If you will fix the Guitar Hero, you can have everything else." And so I got a pair of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drifts with several extra computers.
Bankable.
A Big Buck Hunter Safari. And a Terminator Salvation Deluxe.
Ooh.
Which I couldn't fit it all in one truck. So when I take the Guitar Hero back, I got to bring the Terminator Salvation back with me.
Can I point out something ironically hilarious about your trip? Did you know that halfway to Artesia from Odessa is a town literally called Halfway?
That is weird.
There is a town halfway, New Mexico, pretty much almost exactly halfway between you and Artesia.
I want to make a prediction here that what makes this the best deal in history is that the reason the Guitar Hero wasn't working right was like the power cord was like flaky or something.
To say I haven't looked at it yet, but it's probably just like a dead CMOS battery in the PC or something like that.
I was going to say for bonus points, it's just a dead CMOS battery, and how's the CMOS battery on whatchamacallit on
the Big Buck
Hunter,
or the Tokyo Drifts as well. They're all PC based games.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible that's the issue with all of them.
Wow.
But I haven't really looked at them yet. But he played them all before, so I'm going to assume they're all complete games.
The
he didn't take
PC-based,
anything out
it's
of
just
them.
a fuse. That's great.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's just if there's anything that's a time bomb in there, it's that Sierra 2032. So
yeah. What?
But yeah, that's not a bad deal at all. All I gotta do is fix the Guitar Hero and take it back. I get all these other games as payment.
So have you gone there yet?
I've already picked up. I've picked up everything except the Terminator Salvation because I couldn't fit it all in one trip. But I've got to go back anyway because I got to take the Guitar Hero back. But I've also got a place in Carlsbad, which is about a half hour from there, that I do work for, and I've got some stuff that I picked up that I got to repair and take back. So I've got to do a return trip anyway.
Did you stop for lunch at Los Pollos Hermanos?
Isn't that in Albuquerque?
It is in
Yeah, that's like
they have
another
like
couple
12
hours beyond
locations though.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like 12 or 14 locations as per like show canon.
Artesia might have one of them, or
You should
halfway.
stop halfway.
Ugh.
There you go.
Anyway, just the other day, and by other day I mean what's today?
The day after the other
When
day?
you go back there, Kate, could you just take a picture of yourself at the halfway sign saying "Welcome to halfway"?
Yeah, I probably won't do that. So
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday. I picked up a ranger mission.
Why?
Because it was $100. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Is this a prelude to our topic du jour?
you say what you want. I can sell a ranger mission. It was $100. According to the description, it was playing blind. It's just in a dynamo cab. That's in the Thomas Wave game, I think.
Ranger
sounds right.
mission.
I mean, it's just a generic, shooting game or whatever, but I can sell a shooting game any day of the week. So, yeah, that's just another game to fix up and sell. So,
Especially in Texas.
yeah, absolutely. It's got a couple shotguns on it. Come on.
Wait, I got a thing for that.
Oh,
Wait.
I was thinking you were talking about Galaxy Ranger.
No.
Yeah, nobody wants
No.
that.
No, I picked up Ranger Mission, which is it's a Sammy Thomas Wave game if I'm remembering correctly. Just a nice dynamo cab with a 25-inch monitor in it. A couple shotties. Fix that
There
up.
you go.
Nice. The only other thing that I can speak of is I have a very small collection of games in my apartment. I just had the my Multicade 2 pins and my Drum Mania. The Drum Mania is out, and it has
Did it
been
get wet?
replaced. No, actually, none of my games got wet.
Good.
The leaks that were in my apartment all went into the non-carpeted areas because they were in the bathroom and the kitchen. So most of what got hit was just tile floor anyway, or linoleum floor. So the carpeted areas were pretty small patches that actually got hit, and it didn't reach to my games. It was only about a couple inches before it hit my Drum Mania or my Multicade. So they didn't get any water damage, luckily. But no, the Drum Mania is out because it's been replaced with an actual electronic drum set. I haven't drummed consistently since freshman year of high school. And I just went to my 20-year reunion, so that tells you how long it's been since I've actively played drums.
Wow.
But now that I can
The sleeveless
practice
T-shirt
again,
makes more sense now.
Is this
Yeah, it does. That
is
tracks.
this about getting revenge on your upstairs neighbors?
no,
or your
no,
ex-wife?
no,
Oh.
because you can't hear it unless you have the headphones in, or unless I hook it up to a speaker. But I don't have one yet. But no, it's going to be a little while. I got to get some practice in. But Inko and I are going to start our two-person Slayer tribute band before too long.
Nice.
So be on the lookout for
What are you
that
gonna do?
whenever we start going on tour.
Drums and vocals?
No, she's the vocalist.
Okay.
You hear me talk. Like my singing voice isn't going to be much better. Come on.
She play like a two-neck guitar?
Can we
She
have you
is
guys
a
serenade us on the Christmas episode?
You'll have to ask her about that. She's already been in a band. She's a bassist and vocalist for a band.
Nice.
And she can also play guitar. She was the rhythm guitarist before she was the bassist. So if you want to perform it, you're gonna have to ask her first. You don't want me to drum yet because I can keep a beat. That's about it. But it's gonna be a while before I can do anything coherent.
Right on. Okay. So cool. For me, I've been busy, but not as busy as I would have liked to be in the garage. Technically, 0 pickups still since August. However, there is some news on that front. One of my buddies and Overtime Arcade channel member, Jumping General. I don't know if he is here. Can I tag him to see if? No. Okay. His real name is Jonathan, who's awesome. Liam and I have seen him in person, hung out with him several times. He picked up something awesome for me. It was a listing that Liam, I think, saw first and posted it in the Overtime Arcade private members only Discord. And then I went nuts for it. And it was about an hour or so from Jonathan's house. And he agreed to go pick it up for me. And we were working everything out. And this will be a very, very, very interesting story. Not the least of which because it involves an incarceration So more to come on that when I eventually take possession of this game and everything that came with it. So that's going to be pretty cool. And it technically is going to complete a complete collection of cabinets that I have never thought I would own more than one of. So just to kind of tease that a little bit, but I'm very excited to grab that from Jonathan, which might happen this month. So I think he's coming up north a bit because he's in North Carolina and I'm in Virginia. He's coming north a bit for Thanksgiving week, and I'll drive down to where he's coming up to and grab it from him, which should be great. Got rid of one cabinet that was in the garage. So this goes way, way back to the West Virginia warehouse raid. One of the cabinets that Dillweed, aka Taylor, got from there was a pretty nice lock and chase, a dedicated lock and chase Tato flat top cabinet. He got that, brought it home, and I guess decided he wanted something else more. So him and Jeff Kinder did a trade. And I go up to New York City like almost every month, certainly every quarter. So last time I was up in New York, I grabbed a Zachariah Quasar from Jeff Kinder. And then I went out to Ohio, which is halfway to Dillweed. We did a multi-cabinet trade. That's where I got the Versus Unisystem cabinet and gave him the Quasar, got the lock and chase from him, and then brought that home. That had been hanging out in the garage for a bit and brought that up to Jeff Kinder last week. So that's good. Jeff is running out of space. He's actually been selling a bunch of games on Clav, but it's always nice to see his awesome collection. And yeah, what else I've been working on? Been working on a couple more 20EZ monitors. I had a streak of like 4 20EZs that worked out really, really well. These two, one has a bad tube, one has a bad something weird on the chassis. I've tested it on multiple monitors, and I don't know. I can't get good. Like something's wrong in like a color circuit, and it seems to affect all the colors, which is strange. It could just be like a random resistor that's common to all 3 color circuits is off a little bit.
Did you check the IC? The main?
No, because that's an expensive IC, and the only reliable source of IC 401 on 20EZs is a parts chassis. I technically do have a parts chassis. That is on the list of things to try, but it's not the first thing that I'm going to try. I'm gonna hunt around the relevant circuits and look for like resistors that are out of spec or something.
Please do update, because I'd like to know that if that's the case.
Yeah, because if it was just one color, you're like, okay, transistor, something like that, right? But all the colors are just kind of washed out, and it's the same on 2 different tubes. So
yeah.
So
you know my gun problem.
Yeah. Good news also on the monitor front. A lot of I've been helping Peter from Arcade Parts and Repair test reproduction flyback samples. It seems like the Geo7 FBO flyback is good to go. This is the 3rd sample he had me test. All 3 of them worked, but Peter's like really particular about every single voltage needs to be the same as an original and everything, right? And like the temperatures and everything. So this 3rd sample, he's really happy with the results. I've been running it in my Dig Dug cocktail converted to Do Run Run. So I don't know if he's posted it yet, but he should have that listed on his website soon. So people will be able to buy reproduction flybacks for the 13-inch Geo7 FBO without having to use a 19-inch Geo7 flyback and like modify the chassis to get it to work right. So that's good. I know a lot of people have been looking for that. I did some traveling. I went out to Los Angeles and did a tour of Father Payne's garage arcade, his Garcade. Tom, awesome guy. He like rolled out the red carpet. He picked me up from the airport and drove me to his house. I'm like, dude, I'm on a work trip. I can just get an Uber and expense. He's like, no. You don't want to do that. Ubers are going to be like $200, right? Like peak hour or whatever. So like he took time off of work and picked me up at the airport, like VIP treatment. So that was awesome. And a couple of channel members, Sean and Zoner, they set it all up. They made the arrangements with Father Payne. Like we had a little party and everything. and I got to hang out with all them. And Tom's collection is phenomenal. And like I've seen bigger collections, but like the thought he's put into curating it and like how the games are positioned and how he's like taken optimal use of the space and packed so many games in there, but it's still easy to walk around and you don't feel cramped. And all the decoration and art, it's just beautiful. Yeah. Very, very ton of effort has gone into that. I'm currently embroiled in a Digital Millennium Copyright Act lawsuit with the Canadian Arcade over my shot-for-shot remake of how to make a base for a Nintendo cabinet.
I don't know how this is shot for shot. Your video, like our video is like
45 minutes long.
Yeah, ours is like
yours
12
like 6
minutes long.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah,
like
and I originally
like yours.
I originally was literally going to do a shot for shot and like write down everything you said into a script and do a voiceover. And what really tripped me up was the base of the Versus Unisystem cabinet, which is the same as single monitor Play Choice 10 and same as R-Type, is a slightly different setup. Like like the cabinet is the same height, but the base is an inch taller and the design's a little bit different. So that kind of threw me for a loop.
You coward! You should have just done it anyway.
So, think of it as the special edition director's cut, spiritual successor remake. Like sort of like Battlestar Galactica, the remake or the reimagining is like significantly more hours of
Here's what you should do. Here's what you should do. So we've got the one video we went back and revisited that anybody could do is how to wash an arcade monitor. So we did the first one when we started the channel. Yeah, and then but you should update yours, and you should do shot for shot for the one that I did like 4 years ago.
You know what would really work is I'm hoping. I mean, as a homeowner and car owner, I don't want this to happen. But if we can get some golf ball size hail, I mean, that is just awesome content for an arcade channel.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been spending most of my time on this J-Rock Multi-Williams build. You guys have probably seen me do some of this. There's a spare joust cabinet that had been stripped, like completely stripped.
What's a Multi-Williams?
Okay, no. Before you make fun of him for that, can I just make fun of him for not putting a proper speaker grill on that cabinet?
So hang on.
No. There's no defense for that.
This is a commissioned
perfectly doesn't matter. There is a $40. Build it into the price. There is a perfectly
he didn't want to do that.
Well,
I'm going to tell. I don't think Chance knows this. I mean, he probably hasn't read every single thing on Discord in the last week. The artwork he picked out. Don't worry, it's not from Ohio. It's Stickersmith artwork.
What the?
Do you know that one? Do you know? No. Okay. Don't worry. It's not your least favorite artwork supplier.
Oh yeah.
Because that was an option, and I was able to dissuade him from choosing that. But yeah. So what's that?
Did you show him pictures of my Multi-Williams? I
don't have your Imager bookmarked. I'm sorry.
I've had what 4 people now, 1 local and 3 other people on club since I finished mine, where like I was giving them advice, or 2 local actually now, and it's like I just sent them pictures of my Flickr of mine, and I was like, just build this, and they were like, oh, like okay, cool, yeah, joust cabinet.
But did you delete all of that from like BYOAC or
no, this
forum
is nothing to do with
from?
No, there was nothing to do with.
Oh, that wasn't the Multi-Williams?
No. Here, hold on. Let's see if I can do this.
This ship has sailed. Like the thing is basically done, except it needs to be. I need to pick a monitor out and wire it up. But
and get a speaker grill.
Yeah.
No, I've
it's
got
$40.
The shipping, it's like 90 with shipping.
Oh, come on.
But that's not my choice. That was not my choice. This is a commissioned piece. And I'm hoping that part of the deal is Mark trades me his.
You get Mark on the show, and
I should get him on the show.
You should get him on the show. That would be good.
But like, if I was doing a dedicated Williams cabinet, absolutely there would be a Williams speaker grill. There's a Williams speaker grill right here. I got another one in the garage for my Defender project. Don't worry. But this is not a Anyway, okay. All right. Yeah, Wayne, it's you know, you kind of get what you pay for, but I'm happy with what I got from Stickersmith. So
Alan Brady calling you out. The Winslow speaker grills are required. Yes,
right here.
otherwise it looks like
for my
No.
stuff. For my stuff, I agree.
For anything. Does he watch? Does Mark watch this? Does he watch the show?
Probably
No.
Okay. He says he does, and then like he sends me pictures of him watching it, but I'm like, yeah, you fell asleep.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm not gonna make. I don't know the guy, so I can't make fun of him, and I can't say bad decision. But I'm just gonna be honest, like that. It's
the next one I build, the next Multi Williams I build, which will probably never happen. Chance, I'll be sure to do that.
Okay,
but it's turning out okay. I like it. I mean, I'm very happy with it. I'd be proud to run it on location. But anyway, our main topic, which is also kind of a segue. Our main topic this evening is all of the tattoos that Kay has regretted getting in his younger, less wise days. But actually, it's the regrets that you may feel when you find yourself asking yourself, why did I even buy this project? We've all been there. We've seen a deal that was too good to pass up, like $100 Ranger Mission cabinet or whatever, and we end up biting off more than we can chew.
I would buy like 30 of those. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
you run out of space.
Mission, shame that man.
And then you find a nicer Ranger Mission cabinet that you want even more. Then you figure out, well, what do I do? Do I sell or trade the one that I've already got? And then
you buy them both.
Rinse and repeat. We've been there. We've all been there.
If that is the worst problem that you have too many Ranger Missions. You have a. Yeah, I won't say it. This is a family show. Anyway. Sorry.
Okay. So who wants to go first? Who's got a good example of a project that they got and maybe either immediately regretted it or came to regret it?
Liam, I feel like there are definitely different ways you can go with this, right?
Yeah.
You can have a project that you sincerely regretted buying and it's a horror story, or there's one where you buy it, you still finish the project, but it's like a process to get there, right?
Can I add a third one to that? It's somebody gave you the cabinet, you were so excited for it, and then you sat on it for forever and realized it just wasn't your bag.
What are you talking about, Eldorado?
No, Tron. The Eldorado was on. Like I love that Eldorado. I just the Tron cabinet. It was like, why? Anyway.
So give us some examples of these cabinets, these projects that you've personally regretted, Liam.
Well, let's see. Let's go first with an example of complete regret, which would be the Star Trek cockpit, the termite Trek. That I should have never bought.
You're okay talking about this? It doesn't trigger any.
It's long gone now. That thing, it stayed here in the driveway for like a day before it got sent to be destroyed. But that was just such an epic misadventure that it like has resounded across all later pickups where anything is slightly off about the cabinet. I'm scrutinizing it, looking for bugs because of the
literal bugs.
Literal bugs.
I still feel bad about. Like I know I didn't do it, but
and for our audience, let's remind them: Liam and his wife Sam, who's been on the program, drove all the way to Florida.
Yeah,
like to southern Florida.
For what was described as a waterlogged Star Trek cockpit, complete but pretty rough. And we didn't realize it.
Write the listing because yeah, give us.
It was as advertised, except for the termites, obviously. And I ended up pulling all the stuff out of that cabinet and just destroying the actual cabinet. I still have all the plastics for it sitting in the garage, actually.
It's half a cabinet now.
But I ended up getting an upright Star Trek later on, so that's currently in the arcade. But that project, it was just a disaster, a complete disaster. But as for something that I feel like I bit off more than I could chew, but I still got it done eventually, is the iRobot. That was possibly the worst cabinet that we've picked up that we actually kept.
Wow.
It had seen water damage. It had seen fire damage. The back of the head box had been incinerated and was made of charcoal.
Yep.
It had been jigsawed into vertical monitor configuration for the Galag that it was converted to. Just about everything that made it an iRobot was missing.
Power supply.
Power supply was gone. The monitor was gone.
Board.
Obviously, the boards, the cage was gone. Control panel was gone. The control panel underlay was cut and hammered into a flat shape.
Oh.
It was real rough. Even the metal fins on the sides of the head box had holes drilled through them for no particular reason.
Yeah, but hold on. You didn't regret that.
I regretted it while I was working on it.
But it's now like a crown jewel in your collection.
Yeah, it got there. It got there.
Flag on the play. I don't think that should count.
I think it counts because it's something that in the moment you're thinking, why did I do this? Because like when I got the bill for the PCB, I was definitely thinking, why did I do this?
Yeah, but I've been sitting there like sanding the bondo on the side of a cabinet and like covered in bondo dust and like exhausted because I've been doing it for days. And it's like, oh, why did I do this? But it ends up being like one of the better games that I restored.
It's absolutely beautiful now. It's absolutely beautiful. But it took time and an absolute ton of money to get there.
And in both of those cases, the captain's chair and the iRobot, those are pretty high on your wish list, right?
Yeah.
And you had been looking for them for a while. I know that you had pursued a couple of different iRobots that didn't necessarily turn out, and so your eagerness and your desire for these cabinets, were then juxtaposed by your absolute despair when you actually took possession of them.
But again, the iRobot was ultimately finished and it looked great. And there's actually a third type. There is the project that I have never gotten around to, which is the Space Shuttle pinball sitting in my garage for nigh on 3 years now.
Yeah, but you don't regret that.
And
do I?
You've had that. You had that at the old place, right? And you moved it to your new place?
Yeah, we brought it with us to the new place, and it went into the garage, and I only unwrapped it like last year because I wanted to steal a processor from it.
I'm going to dictionary.com, and I'm going to look up the word regret, and we're going to have a little discussion.
You're going to look up regret, and you're going to find
Webster's dictionary
that Star Trek chair right next to that entry.
The verb, used with object. To feel sorrow or remorse for an act, fault, disappointment, etc.
I feel sorrow and remorse is taking up 12 square feet of storage space in my garage.
There's a food analogy that I think will clarify things for Chance.
Or two, to think of with a sense of loss, as in to regret one's vanished youth. So you are saying that all of these cabinets, like you're not regretting any of these.
There's different kinds of regrets. There's different types of regrets. So
there's two kinds of regrets.
Chance, let's say you go to a restaurant, take Vanessa out to a nice dinner, and maybe you decide to
never call her again.
Yeah, you decide to be a little bit adventurous with what you order, and you order something, and you take one bite of it, and you're like, I can't eat this. I regret ordering this. I'm not eating this. Right?
I don't
go home and have peanut butter jelly sandwich. There's also you order something, you eat it, and then you regret it after you ate it. Didn't regret it and send it back. You like, why did I eat that thing?
See, and for me, regret is a very strong word. Like I tend to think that I don't live my life with many regrets at all. I feel like that's just the nature of what happened. But like when we talk, but when we
no regrets.
Well, so cool. If you've got no regrets, so we could just kick you off the podcast here and got nothing to contribute, right?
No.
All right. Whoa. That was very easy.
I regret nothing.
But okay, hold on.
It's really simple to do. Oh, sorry. The mouse was hovering over the. Oops.
The point I guess I'm trying to make is that the term regret, even though that's the topic of this has to be a subjective thing then. Because like I'm really thinking what projects compared to what you've now said, because all of the projects that you quote regret in your words you now love them. They're part of your collection. In fact, if you
Except
got
the
rid of
termite
them,
trick.
well, yeah, but you still have the parts for one of your ultra grail games. Let's be honest.
Chance, you can't gatekeep
Everything is
your
gone
thing for
now,
other
except for the plastics. Everything.
No. I'm just saying. I'm like, that's not what I'm getting at, Kay. I'm saying like, how I can't fathom how those are regrets because you now have something that's awesome. And when
I'm saying feelings can change, right? I don't regret the iRobot now in the least because, like, again, it is, as you said, a crown jewel of the collection. It is probably my favorite game.
Mm-hmm.
But
in the
he regrets that belly buster burrito.
In the 7 months it took to do that, I seriously questioned why I was.
But
putting
okay,
all
so
that
then
time
here's
and effort into it without the thought. It was hard to have hope that you could actually finish a project like that, given how hard some of those parts are. I'm pouring time and money into fixing this cabinet without actually knowing if I can finish it.
It was
I
not
got
the
very
destination, it was
lucky
the journey.
finding some parts at the very end of that restoration.
Yeah.
But I was worried it was going to sit in my game room for years without a control panel because I wouldn't be able to find one.
Okay, so with that being said, I guess my real question is to the topic, what I thought the topic was then. Do you have any games that you no longer have or that you will never finish? You know you will never finish and you regret picking up on, maybe because you just don't really like the game. You thought the game was going to be great.
I got some of those.
Right? That's what I'm getting at. So like Tron for me, like gone. Like I got an NCOM sticker on the back of my car. Like you'd think that I'd want Tron. You know?
Now you're just a poser.
Well, no, because like other Tron things and long story. Anyway, but I guess Liam, do you have any games that you like legitimately like you picked up, it was a project, and then now it's gone. Like out the door, you gave it away, you sold it, you got rid of it, and you just regret
Set it on fire.
Or you picked it up and it's not even in your, like, I don't know, do you have it not in your collection? You sold it off even after you finished it because you regretted like putting all the time and effort into it. And I'm like, this game sucks. Like, why did I even bother wasting my time finding artwork for it? Like, that's my question.
No game I've put a significant amount of time into has left.
Yeah. Good answer.
Except for, things that I never finished.
Yeah.
Like the termite trick.
Well, yeah, but that, like, you couldn't even start that.
Yeah.
So, Chance, it sounds like you have very strong opinions about this. Why don't you talk about some of these examples in your own life?
Well, I mean, like I mentioned it now, Tron. Like, so a good friend of ours, Cameron calls me up one day and he's like, hey, Chance, I know you well enough. Like, I got a Tron cabinet here. It's gutted. There's nothing in it. There's twin tigers. I always get that wrong. Twin Tigers marquee on it.
It's a good game.
Two tigers.
Great. Yeah, cool looking game. Would you like this Tron cabinet? I know you've got an NCOM sticker on the back of your car. And I said, yeah, like, I'll come get it. We filmed a video on the Canadian Arcade. You can watch that video after this podcast episode. You can go watch that video and you can see how excited we were, Josh and I, picking up a Tron for me. I was going to do a full thing. I had full disclosure, I hadn't really ever played Tron outside of MAME. And big fan of the movies. In fact, almost worked on the newest one. And like really excited. Tron, like the whole NCOM thing, the whole Flynn's Arcade thing. If you know anything about me from like the MAME, the build BYOAC, that's how I got really deep into the hobby. Was I built my own arcade cabinet.
Until you like went scorched earth
on them. Anyway, well, that's BYOAC is a toxic place. Anyway, that being said, like we were excited. Like I had all these plans. Like I was gonna do like what Time Runner did, what Mark did to his. Like I wanted to do a bunch of things. I wanted to do a new way of doing the colored T-molding. I wanted to do like the lenticular, like animated thing in the background. I wanted to add some sound effects to like the coin door and stuff with like a wave trigger. Like I was going to make it a really nice, like resto mod Tron cabinet. I had all these plans. And then we went away to Grinkfest 7. And I got a chance to actually play a real Tron and like actually spend some time on it. And I threw tons of quarters into that Tron. I'm like, I need to, for some reason, I was like, I need to really like this. Cause like everything else Tron, I really appreciate, I really enjoy. And then after we left, like aside from all the other things that happened to us while we were at Greenfest with our truck breaking down, I got home and I was like, I need to take Tron off my list. I had started collecting parts. I had friends that had given me parts. Like I was like, man, like this, I regret taking this cabinet. If it maybe, okay, with one caveat, if it wasn't for some of the parts from it that were going to go to that restoration, ended up going to the tapper for Vanessa. And if it wasn't for the fact that there's another collector up in Northern Alberta who I gave the cabinet to, just paid it forward. And if it wasn't for some of the money that I recruit from selling some of the other stuff that I had bought, then I would fully regret that cabinet.
Sounds like you made the best of it, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
there are cabinets sometimes that you pick up, but then you move on, and it's not a regret because it goes to something else. Like the Joust 2 PCB that's in my Inferno cabinet. It was converted to Inferno. That came from a Jungle King that picked up from the warehouse in West Virginia. Actually, 2 Jungle Kings. And I don't think I would have ever gotten around to fixing those Jungle Kings, but I'm glad that I ended up with the Joust 2 PCB out of it.
And a free skeleton.
Yeah, free skeleton too.
Huh. I mean, Kay, for you, here's a question. As someone who does this as a business, you obviously at many times will have picked up something that you're like, oh man, I regret picking that up. It's not selling. I can't get the parts for it. There's no way. Like I thought there was a market. There's no market. Like, is there anything specific in like the Odessa, Texas area that was like, oh man, this was a regret?
I mean, there's plenty of things that I end up with that just I have to sit on for a really long time because they end up not selling, but eventually they always do. Or sometimes I end up having to, they haven't done them in a while, but I used to attend auctions every few months. And sometimes if something just really wouldn't sell, I would take it to the auction and just get rid of it there. Usually if it was something huge, if the cabinet was just simply too large, I would end up having to take it to an auction just to get rid of it. The biggest example of that was I had a 4-player WWF Royal Rumble cabinet. 2 monitors, 4-player. Not a great game. I mean,
yeah, but I feel like there's a buyer out there for that game.
You would think. Yeah. I took it to a wrestling show. No one cared. It's not a great game. If you ever played it on the Dreamcast, it wasn't good. It runs off a Naomi system, which is basically Dreamcast anyway. But it's got 2 Naomi systems in it, and 2 really nice 27-inch high-resolution CRTs. It's worth more in parts. I should have parted the thing out, but
that's really surprising to me that game didn't go to some buyer.
It is 42 inches at its smallest dimension.
Wow.
You can't fit it through any door. Like, if you don't have double doors or a bay door, you can't fit it. Like, you're not putting it in your house. You're putting it in your garage, or you're not putting it anywhere. So once anyone found out the dimensions, like, I couldn't sell that thing for $400.
Have you ever taken a game to auction and like nobody cared?
Not like that nobody cared, but it sold for way less than it should have. Yeah. I sold a Crazy Taxi 3 for like $300 just because nobody really wanted it.
You didn't buy it back?
I didn't have room on the truck to take it back with me at that point, so I just kind of had to let it go.
Damn.
Which was a shame. But yeah, I usually won't pick up games that are that size anymore just because they're tough to get rid of. Showcase cabinets I'll usually shy away from just because they're really tough to get rid of.
6-player X-Men.
I would be able to sell a 6-player X-Men. I've had one before.
Easily.
And I did manage to get rid of it. It was a project, and I sold it as a project. But I was.
I mean, if somebody needs temporary housing, it's a decent solution.
Yeah. Plus, with
need
the
to hide a family
here, I could rent it out. People will take it.
What do they call that in California? Like an auxiliary dwelling unit or something like that?
An illegal basement suite.
It's large enough to be a man camp here. What are you talking about? 6 people. It's not 6-player. It's 6 people.
In Japan, it's like a 4-bedroom apartment.
Oh yeah, that's a full apartment unit, full complex.
So I've got a couple of examples where it was a game that I wanted, and I picked up the first one that I could find for a decent price, and I sat on it and sat on it and sat on it. And then the same game, another example of the same game, another cabinet comes along. It's cheaper, it's in better shape, it's nicer. And I go and I grab that one, and then I ditch the first one that I had. So I got a couple examples of those. So my Robotron was actually one of the first handful of games that I had gotten. And I think it was right around the time I started my YouTube channel. Another one became available. I was doing even more travel back then, and it was on like my route home. It was definitely a barn find, but for a great price. And I grabbed it, and as I then acquired more and more and more projects, like that's going to be the back of the queue. And I was always thinking, well, Robotrons always go for a good price. I'll fix this up, I'll restore it, I'll sell it, and use that cash to get something that I want. But it was just buried in the back of the garage, and I was never going to get to it. I never even did a pickup video for it. It actually appeared in my channel membership like commercial as one of these terrible cabinets that need to be saved, right? And I just got rid of it, and I ultimately sold it, traded it something to Troy's Restorations, and he did a great job with it. Troy does amazing work, especially on the restoring the cabinet itself, because all the typical Williams stuff with the bottom of the cabinet need to be chopped off and fixed. Another example of this was the golden tea. Well, another example of grabbing one and then having another one was the Moon Patrol cocktail. When I went to that very sad story, the guy that passed away, collector, and he had a bunch of games in like a I almost said like disposable garage, but like a tent, like a tented garage, like carport kind of thing.
Yeah.
He had like 20 games, and months and months went by, and the thing had blown off, and they were just sitting out in the elements. I regret like not grabbing some of the other ones. Like there was a Sega Megatech, and even if I just grabbed it to gut it to get the guts, that would have been good. There's a bunch of other stuff, cool stuff too. But I grabbed the Moon Patrol cocktail because it was cheap. I wanted a Moon Patrol, and the glass of the cocktail kind of saved much of the cabinet, right? But I sat on it and sat on it and sat on it, and I started to get into it. It was starting to get worse and worse and worse. And then my buddy, who goes by Nintendork on X, he did a little mini warehouse raid that scored me a nice Survivor Moon Patrol, like unconverted Moon Patrol cabinet. And so I got rid of the Moon Patrol cocktail. I think I basically like gave that to channel member Jerry Voluptuous. Another example was the Defender. So the first Defender that I got from an arcade that I think a chain of arcades, they were closing one location and had to reduce their inventory. It had been converted to either high impact football or super high impact football. I gave the boards to Liam because I think he was able to use the soundboard for something or other, right?
Smash TV. I was able to convert it to Smash TV.
Nice.
Good.
And I just sat on that, and I had been collecting parts and stuff for it. But then I was able to get a really nice, but it had been converted and painted over and et cetera, et cetera. But then I got a really nice Defender cabinet from the big trade I made with Warren out in Ohio a couple months ago now. And so my first Defender went to SNES Cube 64, another channel member, Matt. I can't remember what we worked out there. Did he give me money or trade me some parts or something? But very, very cheaply. And then probably my favorite example of this was, for the longest time, Bubbles was at the top of my list. And I really, really wanted a Bubbles. I wanted to restore Bubbles. It's an awesome game. One of my favorite games. And again, there I was, minding my own business. It was a Sunday. I had nothing going on. Was sitting there and going through, Discord. And I think it was random Billy Bob posted a Facebook Marketplace listing, and he was trying to figure out what this was that had been converted to a poker game. And Liam, I believe, was the one to correctly recognize that it was in fact a Bubbles cabinet, based on the cabinet shape and whatever. And it was in Tennessee. How far away was this from me?
It was a long drive. I remember you going and
It
getting
was 460 miles away. And I basically just like got the quick thumbs up from the wife, got in the car, and I did get the seller to agree to it, and I got the address, and I went and I got it. And as soon as I got there, it looked like, I thought initially that somebody had like damaged the cabinet, like maybe they had something had bumped into it, like a forklift, or somebody had backed like a golf cart into it or something like that. But sure enough, I get there and it was termites. So long story short, I did bring it home. I did everything to like, fumigate it or whatever. And I had been holding on to it. And then this other bubbles basically fell on my lap. This came from Mark's arcade. We worked out a trade and I got this really nice, partially restored bubbles. So I had no need for this termite infested bubble. So I dropped that thing off with Liam. So I'm surprised that he didn't bring up that one, because I imagine that was also a regret of his.
That's not a project I have any intention on completing. I scrapped that thing. I took
you
all
regret
parts.
it ever coming into your possession, though. So the same cabinet that both of us regret ever owning.
I pulled all the parts off of that to make my bubbles nice.
Well, yes. So it did serve a purpose. I think Kay has more examples of cabinets he regrets owning, though.
Yeah, well, so they didn't really cost me money, so I don't know that you can call it that much of a regret, because it's just taking up space, and I'm not hurting for space. But I had the ambition of wanting to teach myself more things. I wanted to expand my repertoire. And so I had picked up some slot machines and a jukebox, because I wanted to teach myself how to work on those. My current backlog that I quote people at, because I don't take on repair jobs anymore, because
you got like 100 games in the warehouse that need to be fixed, right?
About 150. But most of those are projects that are just mine, that are just sitting there. There's no rush to get to those.
You need space, and when you get space, you're going to finish them, and then.
But for like, I don't take on repair jobs for anything outside of what I've sold people. If I've sold you a game and it's messing up, I'll take the time to fix that, even if it's outside of warranty. But if you're just like some guy off the street is like, "Hey, my Galaga's broken," it's like, sucks to suck. I'll buy it from you. That's all I can do. I stopped taking on repair jobs a couple of years ago, and I'm still backlogged at least a year, if not two. Just because of my contract work and everything else that I'm doing, I don't spend as much time in the shop as I used to. And even when I do, I don't spend it working on my repair queue. I'm working.
You're saying you make house calls?
No.
That was the quickest.
No. I'm either replenishing my stock of stuff for sale, or I am, I'm doing anything other than working on my repair queue most of the time. So the repair queue that I do have very rarely actually shrinks. So the likelihood of me having the time to actually tinker with these things and teach myself to work on them is below zero. So
you got a Polybius cabinet in there somewhere?
Yeah, I got like 8 of them. Like, come on, who doesn't? What kind of arcade supplier would I be if I didn't have that? Those are next to my jukebox, buried way in the back of the pile. And I'll never get to them either. But I have a jukebox that's, if I wanted to get to it, I would have to move probably about 20, maybe 30 machines to get to that jukebox if I really wanted to.
Wow.
And I have...
And that's like 2 hours of work.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I want to know what model it is too.
I think it's a Seaberg. That's about all I can tell you.
What era? 50s, 60s?
It plays records.
Do you have a picture of it?
No.
Oh man,
I love Seaberg jukeboxes. So I want to know this.
It's not like a really cool one. It's not like a bubbler or anything like that. It's just
Seaberg didn't do bubblers.
Well,
it's next to the ice cold beer.
No, the ice cold beer is gone.
Oh,
I've told you that before. I don't know why.
I know.
Missed your chance there, Chance.
It's
Well,
it's
it's
sitting it's sitting in
Texas.
someone else's storage, not being done anything with. Anyway,
Jukebox. I was gonna say I'm a Wurlitzer guy. I feel your pain.
Well,
It's
so do
just-
the records if you're a Wurlitzer guy.
Yeah,
Those mechs are really hard on a 45.
that's why I haven't finished repairing it.
I say it's, and then the slot machines. I've got a couple dozen of those, and not like even really cool ones like one arm bandits or anything like that. They're mostly video slots, but
Oh, that I wouldn't even take that if they gave it to me for free. To be honest with you.
they did give them to me for free, and it was part of the package because I use a lot of the Cherry Master style ones for the shells, so I can build 16 ones out of them, which is what I really wanted out of the deal. But I had to take everything, so I emptied this lady's garage out of, I took a U-Haul and emptied everything she had, so that was part of the deal.
Out of curiosity,
Rob the
did she also,
CRTs.
did she also have a bunch of cats?
No,
Oh, I just assumed that some old lady with a bunch of jukebox or slot machines in her house would have a whole bunch of cats.
no, her father had gotten all of them from like a police auction, and he had intended to open a open a game room, but he was trying to do it in New Mexico, where all the reservations have all that kind of on lockdown, and
So these
it's really hard to start a
jukeboxes
game room.
used to be owned by the cartels, and then they got seized and sold at a police auction.
Wait a minute.
No slot machines.
I want to know. Yeah, I want to know the backstory of these slot machines then, because like that'd be pretty gnarly. Have you opened them all up? Like, is there a kilo of yayo somewhere in one of them? Like,
No, nothing like that. I'm pretty sure the police would have pulled all that before they put them out on auction.
I don't know.
They usually at least have the dogs sniff them over first.
Sure.
But anyway,
Maybe not
all that
Florida.
stuff is just kind of sitting in the shop. Which Inko just messaged me. She's like, "Keep that jukebox. I want to teach myself how to work on it."
Yeah.
What model?
We don't know.
That you need to figure this out. That's actually pretty cool. If she's willing to work on a jukebox, like
I'll tell you what. I
Being
will
willing to
stand.
work on a jukebox is a pretty big commitment if you don't know what model it is, Kay.
yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll stand on my second floor and take a picture of it, and if you can tell from a distance what model it is, you're welcome to figure it out.
Do you think there's a
Challenge.
jukebox podcast going on right now where someone's like, yeah, I got some arcade machine in the back. I don't know what game it is.
No. Hold on.
And it's a
Okay.
Sundance.
Can I throw something out there to Charlie's benefit here? So on the Discord, on the Overtime Arcade Discord, okay, if you get us a picture of that jukebox and you throw it up in the Discord and you tag Liam and myself, I want to see if anybody, I don't know if we can put a prize on this or something. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but somebody in our Discord, because there's a lot of smart people in there.
If you show me a Seaberg jukebox, I'll be able to tell you what model it is.
You're gonna have to do it purely based on the shape because it's gonna be
Yeah.
completely covered in dust. Although there's probably a good chance it's not even a Searberg. I might be making that up. I don't know.
It's a Rose
jukebox.
CD100.
It's a Rockola with all the guts pulled out of
I can confirm that it does not play CDs.
it.
I did find actual records in it.
So another type of regret for me is one where earlier in my collecting experience, I would just jump on anything that was free or super cheap. A couple of and like eventually like I'm never going to touch this thing. Why did I even bother? So the golden tea cabinet that I got way back when, I got that for free. Again, it was on the way home from a work trip. Got it for free. The guy was super nice.
Because he wanted the cursed game gone.
It had a 25-inch K7000 in it, which was probably worth it. Didn't have a board in it, and it wasn't even an Incredible Technologies cabinet. It was one of the Angle Manufacturing, like little fat
Ew.
green lowboy sort of thing. So
Yeah.
and that took up like a cabin and a half worth of space because of how deep it is.
Yeah.
So I definitely regretted that, and I think I gave that to channel member Mike, who didn't he put like a Double Dragon PCB in it or something like that? Turned into a Double Dragon, kind of wild. A couple of games that I got for free: the Sly Spy, I eventually did turn that into value. Went on location at Mark's Arcade for a bit, back to the media in Winchester, Virginia, and I eventually traded that for, believe it or not, a working. So I did fix it up and got it working right, and I traded that for a House of the Dead, and then I traded the House of the Dead for a 4-slot Neo Geo Big Red, which I did want. Hey, Mike, what's going on, dude? Mike confirms that yes, it was a double dragon. And then so that Sly Spy, I did regret it, but it turned out to be a good thing. I still need to figure out the monitor, swapping the LCD out for a good 25-inch CRT in the Neo Geo. The other game that I got for free, and this was when I was up visiting my parents in Connecticut, and this was the pickup where it was near the submarine base in Connecticut, and I think the husband and wife, they were getting transferred, and this was like the last day they had to turn in their keys, and so they just put it for free so that they didn't have to take it to the dump. So I got the Sly Spy and the Leland quarterback, and let me tell you, that is one I regretted getting. It's got the weird 25-inch vertical sort of. It's like a 25-inch version of the 4900. That was a huge pain in the butt, and it had been converted to Ms. Pac-Man, like not a bootleg Ms. Pac board, but a legit Ms. Pac board. Long story short, there I shouldn't have done this. I deconverted it back to a quarterback. I stripped the black paint off, but in the process of doing so, the artwork is there, but it like ripped all of the ink off of the decal, so it's like
just turned
black
it into a vertical shoot 'em up.
I should have left it as
Yeah.
I should have never taken the thing, right? And now it's taking up room in my garage. I put all this effort into like fixing the monitor, but it's got Ms. Pac-Burn on it. And for the longest time, I did get a board that was.
I just want to point out to the people listening that Charlie has tried very hard to get rid of this thing, and nobody wants it.
Yeah,
I just want to point out to Liam, that is regret right there. That man feels the pain.
And it's a big cabinet. It's taking up all this room. I did get a board. It was allegedly working. Got it for cheap on eBay, but the colors were all messed up. Hey, Jerry Voluptuous is here. This is late for Jerry. Maybe daylight savings time is throwing off his internal calendar. We've also got Papa Sean 69 tubing in from Peterborough, Ontario. But yeah, Jerry, do you want a Leland quarterback cabinet working?
Say no. Say
so
no.
that was also one with surprisingly a similar thing. So the symptom, similar to what I'm seeing with this 20EZ chassis, where the colors are all like washed out and can't be adjusted. With this one, it turned out to be a board issue, and I was eventually able to figure out, with the help of Charles Klein, who I don't think is watching right now, another channel member. I fixed that. There was a bad IC on the board that was actually causing all the colors to be washed out. So, yeah, Jerry, let me know if you want this quarterback. Billy Bob says it might make a good 90s fighter. Probably not, because it's a vertical. The monitor can't be rotated. People use those cabinets to like make shmup cabinets, right? Because 25-inch vertical monitor, great for a vertical scrolling shooter.
That'd be the game to do it with too, right? Like,
yep.
And you wouldn't feel too bad because the game's not great to begin with, so it's like
terrible. And it's the arcade version of what was then released on the NES as John Elway's quarterback, which is awful. So
yeah, garbage. Hot take in that same vein. I went out. It's the same kind of thing. Like for me, I when I got my Centipede, when I first started collecting. Everyone's like, "Oh, do you have a Centipede? Do you have a Centipede?"
Centipede's a good game.
Yeah, but hold on. We talked about this before. It was like
we already got to the point where we know that Chance's got terrible taste.
Sure.
Hold on. It sounds like Jerry might want this Leland quarterback.
Where are you going to put it, Jerry?
But
don't let Jerry tell you he doesn't have room. He has room that he doesn't want to use. So the space that he wants to use for his games, that's full. He has room that he's not currently using.
Power for all the games.
That's true. Just don't turn them all on at once. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Chase. Now please talk with your mouth full.
Chase?
Whatever your name is.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody called me Chase in the chat, and I'm like, my name is literally listed on the screen, dude. Come on, please.
Who reads?
Close enough.
Ah.
Garage, garage, whatever you call it. Close enough.
I'm like, what?
So maybe a regret. I would say this is a regret, but again, there's a silver lining to this as well. I had never played Centipede when I first got into the hobby. I had never played Centipede.
Not even on like Atari, like 2600.
Never. And
Never?
it was one of those games. No, never. It's one of those games like, oh, do you have Pac-Man or do you have Galaga or do you have Centipede? Those are the three that I always hear whenever somebody, I don't know if you guys can agree to that. Whenever someone's
Galaga. Everyone asks me about Galaga.
Galaga, right? Galaga's the number one. I think Pac-Man and maybe then Centipede's number 3. But I would hear that all the time. It's like, oh, you're collecting arcade games. Cool. Like, do you have a Centipede? And I'm like, maybe I buy a Centipede. And one came up locally here. It was like, I don't know, like $700 Canadian. This was back in the day. That's not a bad deal for a Centipede. Even today, by today's standards, it was complete. It was running. Everything was fine on it.
Got one right there.
Yeah. I went and picked the game up. We had just moved into this house. So this is almost 10 years ago. And we had just moved into this place. And I'm like, okay, cool. Josh and I, Cody, I think Cody and I went and picked it up. We got it downstairs. Josh comes over and we're sitting there playing it. And then first, fun fact, the monitor on it, just the way it was sitting in the basement in the lineup, the black lights I have that I newly installed black lights in the basement. They just lit the monitor up. I forget what's tubes in a Centipede. Geo7?
It's a Geo7 usually.
Geo7. Yeah. And it literally it lit it up like a Christmas tree. So you could barely see the game. I tried playing it. I had some friends over. This is back pre-COVID when we had a couple, the odd arcade Christmas or like summer party here at the house. And it just, nobody cared. Nobody played it. Nobody cared. I didn't care. I tried playing it. Vanessa hated it.
Get better friends.
Well, no, my friends are pretty darn good. But like, just literally like nobody liked it. And I'm like, what is the appeal of this game? Like, Ms. Pac-Man, I think like we've heard me rant ad nauseum about that. I'm now learning and I get like, okay, I can see the appeal. Google had the Google Doodle just recently with the Halloween Ms. Pac-Man. I enjoyed that. Okay. It was fun. I get it. But Centipede, like I still just don't get it. And I regretted that. And the first opportunity I got to sell that thing, which coincided with the opportunity to buy a Sheriff and Hellfire cocktail, that Centipede went out the door so fast. It actually ended up in Short Circuit Arcade up north by Edmonton. We had a local collector here who owned a place, John Trush, who owned Tubby Dog, who had a small arcade down on 17th Avenue. John showed up. He's a good friend of
Tubby Dog. I like that.
Tubby Dog. It was a great location. It was like late night street meat, right? And so he had a small arcade in there. He was selling some of his games. And so he came by, picked it up, took it to our buddy Matthew's place up in Edmonton, just outside of Edmonton. It's either in Arcadium in Sherwood Park, or in Matthew's personal collection in Short Circuit. I don't care. I still to this day, like I see one, I'll put a quarter in it. I just can't get behind it. Like I don't understand it. So yeah, I regretted owning that.
Are you a Millipede guy?
Millipede's a better game. A borderline better game. There's something
It's
just
a better
so.
game.
But like there's something about Centipede that I just like. It doesn't. After I play it, I don't feel like I need to put another quarter in to play it again. I don't feel like it wasted my time, but I literally have no desire. Been like, okay,
I love having it in the arcade. Sam will play Centipede. I'll play Food Fight right next to it. It's super fun.
Do you feel that like? Do you feel like you need to put a quarter in again? Because like as soon as or coin it up again. Because like I've got some games in my collection that it's like I want to play that again. Like I play a level of Donkey Kong. I'm gonna play that again. I play Tapper. I'm gonna play that again. But like I'm gonna keep going because it's like stupid barrel, stupid monkey. Like, but like Centipede, it's like it got to the end. A bug killed me. Cool.
Fun fact: I can sell centipede all day, every day. I can't get rid of a millipede.
But why? Like, I don't understand that.
People don't know the name.
No.
There's
But like,
name
sorry,
recognition.
the centipede. What is the draw for centipede? Because that I regretted owning that.
It's an excellent
Fun.
game.
It's fun.
What part of that is fun?
It's
The
fun
skill
and
part?
it's nostalgia.
It's also
My
a
entire-
trackball
my
game, which
entire
can't
business
be
is
properly.
nostalgia.
Look, I get it. You guys want to make fun of me for not liking Ms. Pac-Man. I went out and I bought a Ms. Pac-Man and I saw the light and I'm like, okay, this game I can see the appeal. But I owned a centipede. And that game, I just don't get it. Like, I'm not saying it's horrible. It's not a bad game. It's just, it's not fun.
What's your
I
high
don't wanna
score?
I don't even care. I don't even know.
10.
12.
But or I think I've made it to like the third level. I
Okay.
think at the very
Third
least.
level.
So I put some decent time in. Like, you can ask my wife. I went downstairs one day and I'm like, I got to get into this game. I got to feel like I spent the $700 on purpose, because everyone's so, do you have a centipede?
Third level is definitely not far enough to be able to implement any strategy in Centipede.
What kind of strategy do you need? Like, explain to me. I'm asking. What
I also just want to acknowledge that Mark is here. You were mentioning him earlier with the captain's chair stuff, Chance. You said his name enough times, and he has magically appeared in the live chat.
Mark? Time Runner?
Yeah, Space Time Junction.
No, I'm talking Time Runner.
Yes.
Yes.
That's Space Time Junction.
Oh, yeah. Why were we? No,
he
we
goes.
weren't talking.
See, I know it gets
we weren't
confusing.
talking about. We weren't talking about Mark's. We were talking about Mark's Tron.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, Mark's Tron.
I think you mentioned him because he did a captain's chair video just the other day.
No, I was mentioning because of his Tron.
Whatever.
Some like gnarly stuff. Anyway,
And I also want to say thank you to Billy Bob for sending me a eBay listing for something that I needed. So I'm now the high bidder. $9.99. Nobody go looking for it. Anyhow, what else do you regret, Chance?
Oh, so many. I don't really live. To be honest with you, I don't really have many regrets in my life.
Being
I just
Chance
don't.
instead of Chase.
Yeah. Damn Cowboys.
Now, Kay, I'm also led to believe that you had some Polybius jokes that you wanted to share with us.
Yeah. What is your hatred with Polybius? Polybius? Polybius?
Polybius.
Polybius. So can you
Polybius.
explain to the audience why you hate this game?
It's just because I have
First off, it doesn't exist.
Fair.
I have
Well, it does now.
customers or just people on my page who will just ask me if I have one because they think they're funny. It happens a lot. And
Do
they
you
always
have Battletoads? You get the new
always-
Battletoads?
Yes. God, that's old. Everyone who makes that joke thinks they're the first one to make it, is the thing. Like, they think they're original.
Is your
It's just their
refrigerator
thing.
running?
Yeah. It's,
You better go catch it.
Well, think of it this way. You got to consider who is your target demographic in your customers, right? Middle-aged men. And what are middle-aged men known for in terms of humor?
Farting?
Dad jokes.
Ah.
So is
Yeah.
Polybius the dad joke of arcade games?
I suppose so.
I'm trying to fathom anyone, like, why would you make that? Do you have Polybius? Like,
How about you stop
But
wasting
Chance,
my
you
time
own
and
one,
give me
right? You
Yeah.
have like don't you have
No.
like a cabinet dressed up as Polybius or something?
No. Who has one of those? He was on Boy
I
App.
thought you did.
Who's the guy who did? There was someone who did a small
There's several.
documentary on it, isn't there?
I think there's people that make like MAME cabs and they just dress it up as Polybius.
Yeah. It's like an urban legend kind of like, oh, we found it. It's like, no, you didn't find crap. Like, I don't get it. It's too nerdy for me.
It was just people getting motion sick from Battlezone.
Yeah.
It's Tempest. It's Polybius.
Sure.
I
sure.
don't think so.
Yeah,
There's a sticker at MagFest. The Tempest that belongs to MagFest has got a sticker on it that says "Totally not Polybius" at the top of the cabinet.
What was the whole shtick behind it? It was an NSA thing.
Yeah, it was like a Men in Black mind control psychedelic.
Yeah.
MK Ultra.
Yeah. MK Ultra style. Yeah.
Now this episode is going to get deleted.
Because we talked about Edward Snowden and all of the things that he leaked. Like
We
The
know
lost
too much.
episode.
yeah. You guys are all gonna have like Men in Black suits show up your door. I'm gonna have Mounties. Like, ooh. Don't
Like-
kick me with your horse.
The wrestler from the 80s or
What?
the Mountie?
Yeah.
Mm.
Some people get that reference.
I do.
Yeah.
I
It's a
don't.
good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
you don't.
Did that wrestler
Smart people
ever
get that reference.
did he have a different gimmick? He was another character too, right?
I think so, but I don't remember. Something else French. Ugh.
Interesting.
Jacques Rougeau.
Yeah, he's one of the Rougeau brothers. You'll say
Uh,
Iko will probably message me here in a minute and tell me.
Mark's wife
Yeah.
wants to know what we think of Hello Kitty Island.
He wrestled under his real name too. From
My wife-
Quebec.
Ruse Breeze. My wife wants to know Space Time Junction. My wife wants to know what you think of Hello Kitty Island.
Is that Stern's latest release?
It's going to be Inko's in my band name.
Oh, that's the okay. That's the name of the band you should do. It's Polybius. Like the way he spelled it in the chat, pool-libby-us. That's your band name right there.
Fun fact: Hello Kitty's birthday was yesterday.
Was it really?
That's what she just texted me. Yeah.
Oh.
I think Kay knew that himself and just deflected.
Neat.
Yeah, I'm just blaming it on somebody else. Yeah,
Interesting.
I had a little celebration and everything. We had cupcakes.
What?
All right. Well, I think we've probably
I
done
feel
enough.
like we got derailed here.
We've
Yeah.
shared enough regrets here. Why don't we talk about the future? What's coming up? What's next on your channel? Upcoming plans? Any parts you need? Stuff you're looking for? Cabinets you're looking for? And why don't we start with Liam? Other than the Star Rider wheel,
Yes.
about
I'm still-
any progress on that front? Have you seen any at all?
No. I really would love a rear wheel for Star Rider. If anyone has one, please.
Can't you whittle one out of a tree trunk or something?
Pretty big. I'd also need a keycap for Cinematronic Space Wars, specifically the number 7. That would be nice if someone has. And Black Widow parts. If anyone's got an original Black Widow marquee in good shape, I could really use one.
I bet you
also-
could find one.
Also mildly interested in a harness. I have a Space Duel harness that I could use, but I'd rather have a Black Widow one. And a control panel. I have one. It's got holes punched in it. One without holes would be better.
Get some
but
JB Weld.
that Black Widow is very close to being ready to come into the arcade. So I would love to find
Nice.
some of those parts.
Nice. Kay, how about you? Other than Hello Kitty collectibles, what are you looking for?
I mean, Hello Kitty collectibles would go straight to my girlfriend, and she would like them, especially if they're certain characters. Anyway, I need a fully working PCB for a team play centipede / millipede / let's go bowling / missile command. So if you've got one of those floating around, holla at your boy. I've got one, but it's got some issues. A couple of the games don't quite work right. So I would prefer to have one where all the games work right.
Huh.
And I don't feel like fixing mine. So give me one that already works so I can just throw it in there and be done with it. That's really the only thing that I'm looking for. As for upcoming videos, yeah, I'll fix some stuff and film it. I don't know what, but I'll fix something. I think the next thing I'm going to fix is a Phoenix. So if you really want to watch me fix a Phoenix, that's probably the next video I'm going to shoot.
Nice. Very nice. Chance, how about you? When's the next time we're going to see an episode on the Canadian arcade?
That's not weather related.
I mean, that requires Deus Ex Machina, right? As you called it.
As I called it earlier. Act of God. Video, not sure. Josh and I actually have a couple of things in the pipeline that we really want to do soon.
Didn't you say you had recorded like 7 episodes and you're just too busy to edit them or something?
We do have some things that aren't relevant or that are relevant that we just haven't edited. There's one video that we still owe someone that we have to do. We've kind of decided we're going to change direction on what that's going to be and make it a little bit easier. Just because we just want to do it justice. And we've been busy with work. So, but there are a couple of things that we've been talking about recently. I don't want to give it away because it's not in stone. There is a potential for a fairly large project coming up. That's not a arcade game related, but many arcade games related. But I don't want to jinx it, and it's not official, so I'm not going to say any more than that. I really want to do a piece of content around that. If and when it happens, that we'll know in January, February. Other than that, any projects or any things that I'm looking for, I will at some point in time, as soon as I'm done my racing simulator and get that out of the way, I will be going for nibbler parts. So if anyone has any nibbler parts and they're just sitting on it, I'll ask for them in a month or two.
There's your band name, Kay.
Yeah, I'd like to nibbler parts. Yeah.
Nibbler parts. Yeah.
Sitting on nibbler.
Censor that, Charlie.
Love it. All right. Well, before I get yet another FCC complaint, let's see. Upcoming plans. I want to get the J-Rock Multi-Williams done soon. So the episode that should have been released today is installing the art package, putting all the art package onto the cabinet. Next in line is the Outrun Mini, getting that wrapped up. I'm halfway done fixing the broken plastic on the dashboard. I want to get the Versus Unisystem cabinet ready to come downstairs, converting the board into another Versus Unisystem game. That should be a lot of fun. The next couple after that, I want to get the Berserk done. I think that'll be relatively easy. It has been converted to some Sega baseball game. I can't remember which one, but the sides weren't painted. And I got a bezel, and I got a control panel. I've got a marquee lined up, and I'm going to, I don't know if he did a video of this. I think he talked about it, but I don't know if he did a video. I was talking with Troy from Troy's Restorations about the joystick for Berserk, and you always want the big old black bat top joystick, not the regular Wicco red ball top. And he and I found an industrial supplier that will sell you the handle, and you can mate it to a regular joystick. So even though the mechanism, you don't want to necessarily use the original optical Berserk joystick is kind of unreliable. People would take the handle and put it onto a Perfect 360, but even those have been getting super expensive, like $250 for a Perfect 360. But it'll work with a regular Wicco 8-way. But if you don't want the red ball top, Troy found a supplier that'll sell you the actual piece, and you can like put that onto a joystick handle. And so from the outside, it looks like the correct joystick. So that's likely what I'm going to do. Before it gets too cold, I want to at least attempt to strip the textured paint off of my Irish food fight cabinet. Very, very hopeful that the artwork is underneath here. I got the joystick. I got the I got a working PCB. I need to modify a harness for it. But excited about that. That's when I want to get down here. I think I would put it like
you want my harness template?
Did you make one, or did you like adapt a dig dug for it?
I made a pegboard to build food fight harnesses.
I might borrow that. I got stuff for you. I got a monitor for Liam. I got boxes of boards for Liam. I think I might have other stuff too.
I think 3 full food fight harnesses.
It's getting to the point where I've got so many different people I know where we have like a parts trade on the back burner, and then I just forget about them. Like, hey, the next time I see you, let's swap this stuff. And then like we don't see each other for months, and we totally
I got stuff for you.
I know. I got to make like another tab in my master spreadsheet about like stuff that's like I owe people something, or because I keep forgetting about that.
Didn't we have something that we were gonna trade or
Me and
sell
you?
or yeah.
But then that stuff got seized at the border.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Did you ever
I
get
got
it?
Yeah.
You got it? Okay, good.
Yeah. It finally
And it ended
showed
up costing 3 times what it would
No.
if.
No. I did the math on it, and actually, the cost it would have cost for them to ship it directly versus like waiting a month and a half, and you
still made out
helping
ahead?
me. I still made out like by $5 difference.
Here
So
you
like,
go.
I'll take that.
It only
as a
took
win.
7 months for it to show up.
Literally a month and a half, almost to the day.
Man,
almost 45 days to the day.
My the list of parts that I need really hasn't changed. I could use an Enigma 2 PCB. I know everyone's got a ton of those. There's some MVS carts that I want. So if you guys ever see some interesting, like I'd love to have Neo Turf Masters. But every time I see one for sale on eBay, it's from Italy.
Neo Turf Masters?
Neo Turf Masters, right?
The cart.
I think there's just
really?
a guy in Italy who is modifying other games into it and selling them for $600 or something. I probably should get a Metal Slug game. Anyway,
I thought I saw Neo Turf Masters here actually not long ago. I'll keep an eye out.
Let me know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a Marble Madness kit, or at least the cartridge for it, whatever they call it, the daughter board, and yeah. So
do you have a control panel?
No, but there's blanks available, or there you can buy repro panels.
Yeah.
Don't see
bother.
DJ GNS had the 2 trackballs for it.
Yeah, but I don't want to get that. I mean, you can get those.
Yeah, I just used a pair of Hap trackballs.
Yeah, like
and then you go to like I know this is going to sound the dumbest thing ever, but there's this
from you. I'm sure it won't.
No, it'll be fine. There's this. We've talked about this before, actually, in the past. There's this thing called contact juggling. It's not actually like juggling, but it's like anyway. There's this thing called contact juggling, and the balls that they use in contact juggling are the exact same size as Hap trackballs.
Is this the official provincial sport of Alberta?
No, I don't know. But like when I was building my main cabinet, I wanted a clear trackball for it, and there was a company here that sold like juggling and like magic supplies, and they had a clear one to the millimeter. It's the same size ball. You could go out. So if you do want to get, if you're building here, pro tip, if you're building a trackball game like a Marble Madness, and you want that same Hap trackball size, what is it, like 3-inch trackball or whatever, 2 and change? Yeah, contact juggling balls are the same size.
So in my mind's eye, all I can visualize is that episode
interior of a trackball housing.
No, well, is that episode of The Office with Will Ferrell when he's doing juggling with no balls?
Yeah.
Right?
Contact, literally after this podcast is done, go look it up.
Wayne knows what I'm talking about.
3-inch contact juggling balls. They come in like a variety of colors, and I am blown away that nobody else has realized this and like made like a really cool Marble Madness control panel with like some of the cool like swirl red and swirl blue balls that they make.
Well, you would be the expert. So contact juggling, who knew?
I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't care.
All right, guys. Well, I think we'll probably wrap it up here. It's a little bit early, but I have an unexpectedly early morning tomorrow, and I still need to film a scene for my latest episode. So I think we will wrap it up here. I want to say thank you to everyone for watching. And sadly, we did not hit our goal. I set a super chat goal at the beginning of the episode that nobody has commented about. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed. If we had hit our goal, thanks, Mark. If we had hit our goal, Kay was going to have to dress up as a turkey for our next episode at the end of November.
I would have done a flip too.
Could you just do the turkey thing anyway? Like,
I mean, there's still time for people to donate, but
don't talk me into your kink.
No.
So everyone, make sure you are subscribed to the Canadian Arcade on YouTube and Retro Robotics on YouTube and Prime Arcade on YouTube and TikTok. And
such in a hurry to get it out, he does it himself.
MySpace and Instant Messenger and anywhere you can find TikTok dancing videos.
Mark's wearing a turkey costume right now.
Holy smokes! Look at this! Look at this guy. A 19. I mean, this is good enough. I will say that we have now hit our goal. Thank you, Jerry. You didn't have to do that.
Never mind, it's Jerry's thing.
You're gonna have to bust open your turkey hunt and grab the feathers and glue them to yourself.
Oh,
there you go. No message. Jerry just hit send right away.
yeah.
So thank you, Jerry, with a $19.99 trillion super chat donation. There we go.
Was that the limit for the turkey costume?
I don't know. No, it was 10 donations of any amount.
Oh,
So
okay. Because I was
people
going to
could've
say I
done,
could just make poultry
cent.
jokes the entire time.
There you go. There you go. Time was a factor. Well, thank you, Jerry. All right, guys. I think we will wrap it up here. Let me figure out. There's a new way of doing this. Oh, I got to do this and wrap everybody off. Okay. Thanks for watching. This has been episode 33 of the Coin Jam podcast. We'll be back in like a month. This was technically October's episode, but daylight savings got Chance really confused. Anyway, we will see you all later. Thanks for watching.
Later.
Have a good one.